message out to Richard Smith, who is one of Darlie's appellate attorneys. You can see him on The Last Defense. He really believes that she is innocent. And I know that these men like J. Stephen Cooper and Richard Smith and Lauren Schmidt that work on her case work on it with little to no pay. They do it because they believe in Darlie. His return was, I cannot comment on my attorney-client communications, whether to confirm or deny, or anything in between, which I expected that. I didn't expect it so quick.
Ain't no good light here.
I emailed him, I understand. And then I countered it with this, because I got to thinking, these people work hard on Darlie's case. I think they believe, I think Steve Cooper believes that she's innocent, or he's trying to keep a name for himself as an attorney that handled a big case, and he's hoping for a win.
I already told Jesus everything I know.
So I wrote, I do understand that you won't be able to talk about her case, as her case is under appeal. I would like to share with you, however, the letter dated December 14th, 2005. This letter made it out to the public, and you can see it in some of my videos. It went to Darlie's cell, and then it made it out to the public. Darlie Key wanted to make sure that everybody saw it so she could say, look, she won't confess even if she gets a life sentence. So the letter says, Dear Darlie, I am writing to follow up our visit towards the end of October 2005. I am sorry that the visit was difficult for you. I can understand if you have doubts about me, in particular after the visit. You may think I have lost the will to fight or do the best work I can, or that I have lost hope altogether. I hope that you can let go of those thoughts, if that was what you have drawn from the visit. I have lost none of my zeal to represent you as best I can. I do not feel hopeless about your case. I feel we have a better chance than most folks do at this point in their case. That said, I cannot hold false hope to you, and that is why I felt I needed to push you as hard as I did. Offers of life don't come very often at this point in a death case. I have never had such an offer for any of my post-conviction clients before in 26 years. Your resistance to this offer is very revealing to me. It tells me a lot about what has happened to you. I can understand and deeply appreciate your feeling that life is not worth living if that means you have to admit to killing your children. We won't push you again in this way. All the pushing we will do will be in the courts or in the public domain. And we will not hold back, hesitate, waver, or stop. We stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and we will keep hope alive. Yours, Dick. And it was closed captioned with Steve Cooper, Lauren Schmidt. I believe the letter was written by, there's two appellate attorneys named Richard. One of them is named Richard Burr. But because this letter went out to them also, they all agreed to do this. This is what I did, because I'm helping. I am helping. Whenever a lie is told in the case, I want to defeat it the best I can. And if I can't defeat it, I want to make light of it.
The piece of window sitting way up high. I can't look up enough to see the sky.
I wanted to take the time to write to you to make you aware that Darlie sent this letter out to her mother, Darlie Key. The reason it was sent out for public consumption was to gaslight the public, claiming that the state has offered her specifically this deal if she would only confess, and that she turned it down.
I don't need him to lay my burned down. Already
Thousands
told
of us follow this
Jesus
case
everything.
feel that she is right where she belongs, because she did kill Damon and Devon. I spoke directly with Toby Shook and Lisa Smith from the Dallas County Clerk's office. Both offices confirmed that they did not offer her life in exchange for a confession from her. As people who follow this case, we know that what was actually spoken to her at that visit in October 2005 was that life without the possibility of parole became an option in early 2005. Prior to that, juries had the choice of life with the possibility of parole or death. Correction. Prior to that, juries had the choice of death or life with the possibility of parole after 40 years. Today, they have the option of life without. That means they can go back and get their cases turned down and just give them life in prison and they'll never get out. The jury chose to give Darlie the death sentence because they didn't want her to get out in 40 years. They felt like she was a danger to society. If you can kill your own kids and lie about it, it's likely you'll harm again. We know that her team went and spoke to her of this new sentencing option, and that you likely attempted to persuade her to consider it. And if she would, you would ask for a reduction if she were to confess, and that Darlie said no to that. I realize it means a lot to you and the team that she said no, but not so fast. Sir, that would mean she would have to admit to lying to her friends and family for all these years. That would mean no chance of her getting out on a technicality, as she is attempting to do right now. That would also mean that she would have to live her life outside of the security of death row and into gen population, where other inmates take justice on rapists and baby killers into their own hands. My point in writing to you is that I feel you need to know the gaslighting that her mother and sister Danelle are doing with this letter by making it public. Saying, look here, Darlie was offered a deal by the state and she turned it down. Danelle has a TikTok channel, Fugate 1982, where she tells so many different lies in her sister's case to gain support. As a nurse, Danelle has redefined what the word superficial means. They lie after lie to protect Darlie. They totally disregard the lives of Devon and Damon that were snuffed out by her. And this is another one of them. I know that you work hard and you believe in her. I'm not here to disrespect you, only to make you aware of some of the tactics that the cult of Darlie, as Stephen Cooper calls them, led by her, lying, hateful mother, do. This letter should have never made it to the public. It's been out there for about 4 years now, all because Darlie Key wants everyone to think her daughter is innocent. We know your job at this point is to keep her alive. We know that the IP of New York has had her case for 4 years now, and no leads have come out. I do not expect a response. I do hope that you keep in mind that Darlie and her family are making a mockery out of your hard work and filling in this case. Thank you for your time, and good luck in all you do.